16 days traveling Japan in a van, sleeping in my car, in parking lots, and sometimes hotels. The goal is to go from my home in Saitama to Kyushu and explore the 7 main prefectures in the area. My first stop would be in Osaka to spend some time with friends and start this adventure off right. Osaka's city, nature, and awesome nightlife make it such a great place to visit. Street art along the river is fun to check out. A mix of artists takes on Osaka life, food, and history. A lot of this trip was streamed on Twitch as well, so I came here and met a few other Twitch friends and they showed me around the town. The rusty Don Quixote Ferris wheel with the mill, eating delicious food and checking out bars with hazunuts. And Bibo, well, he kind of showed me everything else. Already delicious fried chicken with a bunch of sauces at your table. We definitely had to try them all. Next, we checked out this indoor-outdoor mall with a curved escalator, which I thought was kind of crazy. The real charm of this place is a retro pinball arcade that has glass Coke bottles. It's like a blast from the past. I loved it. Great touch. Before this trip, I didn't know that water art was a thing. But there was an artist here right on Dotonbori making really cool characters for everybody. Vegeta, Pikachu, Luffy, Goku. You might recognize this character as the guy who made this video. He even got my shirt. Already on day 4 of my trip, it was time to leave Osaka ASAP. But first I had to have a kashiyaki. That's my favorite treat when I'm in this region. It's like takoyaki, but it's really soupy and really doughy. Next, we headed to Hyogo Prefecture to check out Himeji Castle. It's a place that I've been wanting to see for a long time. It was under construction the last couple times I visited the area, so this is my first time to actually see it. I've always really loved castles here in Japan, and I appreciate it when we can go inside where history was made, get to see some cool stuff, and also the view from the windows is usually really nice in these areas. If you're here, don't forget to check out the beautiful Japanese garden right next to it. It's so peaceful, so chill, and it actually, some parts of it really remind me of an anime. And you don't mind me, I'm just silly. I had a special place I wanted to visit in Hiroshima, not the main city where most people go. And not here either, although this was a very cool spot that I got to sleep for the night. Has an octopus-themed restaurant where I got to try a katsudon with octopus. Never thought I'd have something like that, but it was amazing. It's Onomichi. For fans of video games, might recognize it from Yakuza 6. I wanted to check out some of the places that were in the game that are based off of real-life places. It was crazy how much everything looked alike. Felt like I'd already been here before somehow. So these are cotton candies, various varieties from broccoli. They don't have it now, but broccoli, pumpkin, tomato, strawberry. Today they have wine and hot chocolate stuff. We're gonna try sake, so let's do it. All right. Sake flavored cotton candy. At the end of the day, my friend Ninja Monkey recommended this ramen shop.
Luke, you should try the ramen.
And it was a great way to fuel up before the journey continued. Continuing south to Okayama, I decided this would be my final night on Japan's main island of Honshu. It was my first time to Okayama, and although we were close to the coast, it felt like we were deep in the mountains. I love the nature vibe here. stayed at a huge rest area, and enjoyed a good night, feeling refreshed and ready to go for the next day. Heading to the very edge of Honshu, this is what I'd been waiting for. Finally, my journey through Kyushu was about to really get started. There was a rest area at the bridge, so I made sure to stop for some food. I didn't plan anything yet, so I wasn't sure when my next meal would be or where I would even be sleeping that night. Whale meat bun. Uh-oh. Sushi, as I looked out at Kyushu, just had me so excited. Driven all the way down from Saitama to, I'm in Yamaguchi now. And we're gonna cross from this bridge behind me over to Kyushu. So I mean, I'm so excited. There's gonna be so much cool stuff we're gonna see. Let's go. Day one in Kyushu is an example of why you have to plan things just a little bit. I found a nice road station, but there was no food or anything anywhere near it, so I decided to head into the city. I stayed somewhere near the Ramen Yatai in Fukuoka. It's a street full of these little pop-up ramen shops, all along a river. It looked nice, but I gotta be honest, the food was okay, at best. I really struggled with reception in this town. They had a clock, cool, I guess. A vending machine gave me the wrong drink. And I couldn't find a restroom anywhere that night. Fukuoka was off to a rough start. But it would be redeemed, and the awesome sights I'd see after this. In the middle of nowhere was this really cool shrine town area. There was such a chill vibe here, and I already felt a lot better. Okay, 100 yen. I've had a great time on this trip. I've had terrible luck in Kyushu so far, so I'm gonna open this and try to see if there's bad luck. I can leave it over here. If it's good luck, maybe it'll change how things are going. So let's check it out. And from this point forward, I was dubbed the master of medium luck, and that has stuck with my channel ever since. The way that nature has just worked around the shrine is absolutely beautiful. When you're in a local town in Japan, it's always nice to try the local treats. I forget what this was, but it was delicious. Sometimes it takes just one place to really inspire you, and for me, this was it. Re-energized by this amazing scenery, I went searching for food and a place to stay for the night. I really enjoyed the fresh grilled food here. What a nice restaurant on the coast. Unfortunately, as great as it was, something didn't sit quite right and I was a little bit set back, but I still made sure to head out to Saga the next day. Got out to see the ancient hidden pottery village of Ochi-Wachiyama. It was historically heavily guarded to protect the secrets of their techniques back in the day, and the potters held a samurai-like status. High-quality pottery was produced here for shoguns, feudal lords, and continues today with over 350 years of techniques passed down. Despite starting the day feeling miserable, I thought a quick trip to this village would be easy. I was so wrong. If you ever get a chance to visit this place, make sure you leave enough time and try not to get lost. Even the koi here are enjoying the pottery. I love it. Yeah, so I've been walking through this, this village, But it's crazy because people live here, and I mean, there's some shops and stuff, but I expected to see some old maintained buildings, but it's actually like a residence area. So it's kind of cool to walk through. Some of the bricks were loose. It had this super, super old vibe to it. And then I still haven't found the main village area yet. What a surprise, I'm already lost. So for those following the journey via live stream, I had kind of food poisoning this morning. Whew. And I decided to try to come here, get the drone and a little bit of filming. So I thought, okay, we made it to the top, right? Oh, there's some cool statues. Hey, I'm digging that. They look nice and old. They're using some of that pottery this place is famous for in front of the statues. A good use. Right there is another torii gate and a guy guarding it with a weed whacker. So we're gonna have to try to get past that dude. Oh, we made it to the top gate. It's beautiful. But wait, there's more. This might possibly be the worst fortune vending machine I've ever seen. Oh, it's like falling apart. Yeah, but look at all these stairs. Does this even go anywhere? Like, I feel like I'm gonna be attacked by a bear. That's it, I'm not going up any more stairs. I draw a line at the next ridge. The stairs go all the way up through there. I don't know when they stop. But I've already gone this far, so there's that whole, I gotta keep climbing, but I don't wanna. Dear stairs, I hate you. Sincerely, nomadic Asian. Wow, right when I hit the record button, I swear, it starts raining. Oh boy. Well, that'll make the trip down real fun. Medium luck for the win. So I just ran into a guy. He was really nice. He waved to me. I said, am I almost there? He's like, he looked down the stairs, he's like, halfway. So I'm the only one here. I passed one person on the way up. This village is known as an ancient hidden pottery village. It was guarded, it was kind of secret. And I think that's where most people would go and visit, actually, if they came to this spot. But you know me, I like to go check out the stuff that's a little less traveled. And I can tell this is probably why not a lot of people will come up here. But this place is so incredible. I mean, look at the way that the cave just like opens up to the shrine. They built a wooden sort of gazebo within the cave. It's super beautiful. It's peaceful and it's high up, so the air is very clean. I'm really glad I could share this with you guys. Hey boss, how you doing?
Once I finally made it to the actual pottery village, the shops were almost closed, but at least I got to walk around and check out a few before heading back for the night. Next stop, Nagasaki, a beautiful port town that was one of my favorite city areas along this trip. One of the few ports to open to the world back in the day, it has such an interesting mix of culture, and everyone I met there was super friendly.
There we go.
Finally made it to the third major Chinatown in Japan after Yokohama and Kobe. Everyone has a different vibe to it, and although the main street seemed a little small, there were some really cool things in store.
Oh man, that smells really good. Look at this little stand.
Shrimp toast. Hell yeah. Took some time, but I finally found the Nagasaki Confucius Shrine, and it was amazing. But also very important, I think all tourists should come here. Right behind me, there's a pillar. You can see that pillar is marking the hypocenter of the bomb that hit Nagasaki, 500 meters above that very spot, which is kind of mind-blowing to think about.
Despite such destruction, the city is beautiful and thriving today, but there are still reminders like this torii gate that stood through the blast, inspiring in its way, with the pieces left over sitting nearby.
And the buildings here, I mean, imagine running through a 19th century cathedral and the whole town around it. It felt like I was in another country. So if you have a chance, definitely visit Nagasaki.
Locals recommended a tomato soup-based ramen, and it was really nice. I packed up in my hotel room and got ready to head to Kumamoto.
Kumamoto from Nagasaki, I stopped at the rest area and they have sasebo burgers. So I was like, all right. I was gonna try to go to Sasebo. I decided to skip it because it's out of the way, but at least we get to try a little bit.
Reaching Kumamoto, I was able to nab a 4-star hotel for under $100 thanks to the timing. With Kumamoto Castle still under construction, the plan was to do laundry, charge gear, check out some nightlife, and relax. I ended up finding a place where the owner and 3 friendly people took me in and showed me what Kumamoto food was all about.
Hi.
Okay, we're gonna try Kumamoto style. This is basashi, which is raw horse. Okay, basashi and onion, ginger, that is made with soy sauce and garlic. It's kind of a huge variety of flavor. Ginger. We're gonna get it all together, and sauce, and let's try that. Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah. Okay. I like this place. This is natto tempura. I never even knew this existed. It's wrapped in, is this shiso? Yeah, shiso. Shiso leaf wrapped around natto and then tempura fried. The smell is very strong. Now, I love natto, but it took me 10 tries to like natto. Now I love it. I'm so excited to try this, actually. It smells, for me, it smells good, but I used to hate this. All right. Oh. That's way too good. That's way too good. I could eat all of this, seriously. No, 本当に美味しい。すごい、すごい。
一文字ぐるぐるです。酢味噌に一文字って言って九州のネギを茹でてボイルしたものを酢味噌、ビネガーと味噌を混ぜたものをかけて食べます。これは熊本の伝統的な食べ物です。
美味しい？
美味しい？うん。これに焼酎はね。
あ、with 焼酎。
うん。So nice。猫。
Cats?
Cat 猫じゃない。
Not cats. Okay. Yeah, you kind of freaked me out when you said it was cat.
猫じゃない。Not cat.
All right. No cat. As long as it's in bud. Oh yeah. It's like honey mustard.
あ
It's good. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, it matches really well with shochu. Yeah. What about the green bird? I'm a little drunk, guys. I'll cut that later. They wrapped negi around what?
Yes.
Negi. Oh, negi. Wait.
そうネギを巻いてるの。茹で
They
て。
take negi and they wrap negi.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, that's cool. I like that. Before I started this adventure, I asked the man himself, Chris Broad, if he recommended any place, and Mount Aso was all he gave me. Long after I filmed this journey, I had the chance to see Natsuki and Joy perform the song live, and so it makes this trip to Aso even more fun. As I approached the main area, it was so eerily quiet, and I'd soon see why.
I arrived to hazardous conditions and the path was completely closed. It was too toxic to venture further. We can still get a great look of the volcano from here, but I'd have to leave the rest of the exploring to my trusty drone. It started out so beautiful and lush, very green, and the further that you go, it gets more and more like almost another planet. It starts to feel so strange. After Mount Aso, it was straight to another volcano area, Kagoshima, a place I've been wanting to visit for a long time. You gotta forgive me here because my voice is kind of leaving me again, but anyways, I'm here in Kagoshima. I've seen pictures of this volcano back here, Sakurajima. Always wanted to get this exact shot, to like come over here and see it from this perspective. And in a little bit, I'll be taking a ferry with my car over to the island because I was gonna drive about 2 hours around to it, but the ferry is 15 minutes, so I think that's a better way to go. Before I got here and before I was deciding to get on the ferry, I had some black pork katsu recommended by some people at this bar last night that I went to. It was amazing. I mean, look at this. It was so good. Now I'm gonna go hop on this ferry. Hopefully I can get a spot. It's so crowded right now in the 3-day weekend. But anyways, we'll be there soon enough. Let's go. I love the old school style of Japanese ferries. It was my first time riding one. You can get all these different souvenirs from a vending machine right here. I didn't actually try though, but it looked neat. And off to Sakurajima. The trip was so quick, I was already heading down to my car to get ready to arrive. On this trip, time after time, I'm left speechless in front of the beautiful sights of Kyushu, and Sakurajima is no different. Over 100 years ago, the volcano erupted, and this beautiful and peaceful place was covered in pumice and volcanic ash. In just one day, it buried a village to the rooftops, and a torii gate to nearly the top. 2 meters, or around 6.5 feet of the shrine was buried, leaving just the top of the gate as a reminder of how dangerous and unpredictable nature can be. All around the area are concrete protection huts in case the volcano erupts. I'm not gonna lie, a part of me was a little scared exploring this area with that information in mind. But despite all that, I spent the night sleeping in a lot right by the volcano because I was that tired. Surviving the night, I carried on to Miyazaki, an area of Japan that really looks like a whole other country. My first destination, a place I think anyone would be confused upon visiting. I think it's safe to say we're not in Tokyo anymore. You guys, I'm on Easter Island over here. No, this is actually in Miyazaki. It's a pretty famous tourist spot. I was driving up the coast anyways, and Shoko sent me a suggestion. Maybe this would be a good spot to stop, and I'm glad I did. It's kind of neat. But I wasn't really expecting to go to anything like this in Kyushu, so, you know, it's actually, there's probably been about 5 or 6 little surprises like this throughout the trip, so. right when I got here, it started raining. So that's unfortunate, but it's how it is. There's also a no drone sign at the top, so it's not like I could have flown it anyways. But I was kind of looking forward to doing that if I had a chance. And there's palm trees everywhere, so it has this sort of not Japan vibe about it. But I think that's what's cool, you know? This is actually a much better vantage point. So you can actually rent, if you don't want to do all the walking like I'm doing now, you can rent a golf cart. I don't know how much it costs. It just says it costs something on the brochure. Yurio is like, there's a fee. This is a very cool spot.
Next up was a really unique shrine with rock formations I'd never seen before.
Looks like a few little guys in the street here, and they've just been telling me to wait for more than 5 minutes. I don't really know what's going on. I hope everything's okay. You see, like,
Udo Jingu was a really interesting place to visit, and if anybody's in the area, I definitely recommend it. You can see the waves are so rough today. I think it's just the weather's crazy. Aside from gelato-like rocks all over this place, there's tons of rabbit statues. So already, this makes it to the top of my list. What is going on here? Oh, Japanese fashion. Beautiful sights and more gelato rocks. People gather here to throw clay rocks into the center of this spot after making a wish. Looks incredibly difficult. Let's give it a go. Men throw a clay pebble with left hand, women throw with right hand. If the ball lands in the rope circle, you'll have good luck.
left hand. Oh, that's hard. Left hand. There's no way I can do that. Cycle though. Yeah. Yeah, guys, I got it in. The last one. I had 5. I got the last one in. I'm so excited. Let all my wishes come true. So when we were in Saga, we went to that shrine that was way up the mountain and in a cave, and I thought it was super cool. And I came here and it's like way nicer. over here in Miyazaki, but it's still, I'm glad that I went to that first one, but yeah, this one was way better.
It's easy to get shrine burnout if you travel Japan a lot or you've been here a long time, but I think Kyushu does a great job of having these awesome locations that also make them a lot of fun to walk through and feel a different vibe at each place.
I'm really glad that I made that wish right before I threw the rocks there, and I really didn't think I was gonna make it with my left hand, you know? I threw it and I just like, that last one, I was trying to adjust, and that last one just felt right. When I launched it, I was like, I think that might go in. I was just watching. Like when you're bowling and you're about to get that strike and you feel like it's there, but you just got that little bit of doubt in your mind. I had that, and then it splashed right in. And then the old lady next to me just started talking. It's like, where are you from? What are you doing here? What'd you wish for? It was pretty cool, actually. We're gonna try to get to Devil's Washboard. What a rockin' name for a place. That could be a metal band. But anyways, yeah, we're gonna try to get there before the sun sets. Hopefully I can.
By the time I arrived, the rock formations known as the Devil's Washboard were covered by the tide, and it looked like getting to the island might be a little more difficult than I planned. But honestly, what's an adventure without a little bit of risk?
The tide has come in so much. I'm walking to this shrine and I feel like I'm gonna get trapped in the water, so I better hurry.
I've been to a few islands in Japan that are just shrine, gods, and nature. And this was another cool one.
So this is some kind of game. It reminds me of the Trivia Murder House. So you pay for these balls and they put them through it, I guess, on the other side. I really love when they do this sort of walkway of wishes. I've seen this in a few places in Japan. This is a pretty wide one, actually. Look at this place. It's like it's like a complete forest. Everything I've seen in Miyazaki so far has been so unlike the rest of Japan. You know, we get the Easter Island sort of tropical vibe, that shrine in a cave on the ocean, and then this, you know, like a little island that's legit a jungle island. Oh wow, look at this. Looks like people are throwing shells, big shells in here. So for 200 yen you can buy a shell or one of these discs and you can throw it in there. You're meant to say like a very quiet wish and then throw it in. So, you know, this is way easier. Just make a wish and toss it. I'm digging that. Let's go. Finishing up Miyazaki and then heading toward Oita, so it should be good. Can't believe I've already made it this far. It's so wild, you know? These guys are suckers. Real wishes are shells you throw at a tree.
After enjoying the Miyazaki coastline, it was time to head into the mountains to explore the Takachiho Gorge the next day. I'd heard from a few people that this was a great place to visit, but now I see why everyone loves it so much.
I'm pretty sure this area was off limits that day, but that doesn't matter to the knockoff Lawson shirt wearing superhero. Captain Grandpa here will keep the streets safe. He has the power. Really though, I would like to know the story here. The night before, I could only find food at a tiny convenience store, and the lady there told me about this festival, so I want to make sure to stop by on my way to the next place. Being used to grand festivals, this was not quite up to my normal standard. Everybody looked kind of bored and tired. But I gotta say, I still enjoyed coming out here, and at least we got some portable shrines, a little bit of that good vibe. But man, do they all seem so tired. I wanted to take a scenic train ride through the area, but I just missed the timing to nab it, so I'll be saving it for next time. I look forward to that view. The final stop in Kyushu, I headed to Oita. The tower I wanted to visit was under construction. So I stayed across from a church with a bell tower, and I wandered the city for a bit. So here we have a yaki imo, or what is it? Cooked sweet potato vending machine. It says yaki imo yasan. These are like the yaki imo boys. We're gonna put them out of business right now. Supporting the machine, guys. Supposedly we get these hot. Let's try it. Hot. Is it in a can? Oh my god, it's hot. Oh. All right, so it comes in a can. It says, please return at all costs, and it's dented up like hell, so yeah, I don't know about this, but let's try it. I can hold it now. It's already not so bad. Sweet potato. All right, so now I'm trying the can vending machine sweet potato. It's not actually as good as one you get in a shop or in one of the cars, but it's not bad either. I was expecting way worse. My last destination before I headed back was a black beach. It's actually really neat. All the sand and rocks were black, but the water was so clear and clean. Since I was running out of time, I decided to make the entire journey back in one day, starting with a ferry ride from Oita to Ehime and driving the rest of the way. I think it took me about 17 hours in total, but I made it. That was a journey that I will never forget. If you guys want to see more of the live streams that I did along the way, they're all in the description below, so feel free to check them out.